which means you're going to take some shots. Last 10 seconds in this round and contest.
Oh, look at this! Beautiful work by Paul Craig.
Big triangle set up.
Oh,
in the dying seconds.
What a comeback from Paul Craig!
Gets the win. Unbelievable.
Wow!
Comeback.
I have never seen it turn around that quick before. For my money, Paul Craig was out. He was crammed up against the fence. The 10-second counter went, and Paul Craig threw that triangle up like a Venus flytrap, clamped onto his opponent.
It's not over until the fat.
Oh, and Salakov's in a really uncomfortable position up against the fence as Alex Garcia looks to take the back. Look at this. Salakov's trying to push on the elbow, trying to alleviate some of that pressure. It's across his chin at the moment, but he looks very uncomfortable.
Alex Garcia with a stunner in Shanghai.
Wow!
So Alex Garcia, in his 8th UFC appearance, secures arguably the biggest win of his career.
No doubt, absolutely the biggest win of his career, and the most technical performance as well. Not relying on that one-punch knockout power that we've seen so often. We saw a strong wrestling game, we saw good ground control, and then adamant he is about continuing to fight. When you see an eye poke that's nothing at all, and the fighter's making a big deal out of it,
Oh, he's
it
trying
makes
to
the
get
look even worse.
Sorry guys, he did have his...
Oh, that's him! That's him! Can he get his hands together?
Good
Hand
job
on the
from
bicep.
Kopylov. Fight the hand. He's got.
This is it!
Good squeeze.
Beautiful work with... Oh!
Carl Robinson gets it done late here in Moscow.
Big respect for Carl Robertson, not only how he conducted himself throughout the fight, but how he finished.
Yeah, and to take out a hot prospect, undefeated, coming in here and just picking him apart with your strikes, hurting him with the leg kick, getting poked in the eye, points getting taken away.
15 submission wins for Antigulov.
Yeah.
That is some resume.
He's legit. Oh, very nice. So Paul Craig.
He's got that trap triangle thrown up. Oh, there it is.
Antigulov was too occupied with
That's
the
all on the
punches.
shin, Dan.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the angle. Angles make strangles.
Oh.
There's a comeback. It is submission number 12.
Wow.
For Paul Craig.
Paul Craig with the triangle.
Another triangle, Dan. And he gets it done early.
Really impressive. Accepted, as you said, Paul, he accepted going to his back.
Yep.
He knew he would be able to control him with the feet on the hips. And unfortunately...
This should be on notice because this dude's a real deal.
You can argue in 2020 this is...
Oh my goodness, he's chased the finish.
Stop! Michel Pineda gets the late finish to boot. A huge night for the budding welterweight contender out of Para, Brazil, Michel Pineda. It is now time for Impact Performer, brought to you by the U.S. Army. It would seem as though there was a tap in there, Dean.
Hands and then turn into your opponent.
Well, if Ibrahimov can keep it here, he's not out of the fight by a long stretch, depending on
for sure.
what the judges saw in that first round.
Young could take that right arm and swim it over as well. He's trying to modify guillotine here. Not a bad shout. Here we go.
Wow, the arm under the chin.
Yeah,
There's the tap. Wow! Da-Un Jung on the feet with the strikes for most of this fight, but locks it up by submission in the third round.
That was a beautiful performance. Took a lot of damage in those first 2 rounds, but then turned the tide. Took advantage with the better boxing, the crisper boxing, and then when Hadis was tired, looked for the takedown, and then pulled a modified guillotine seemingly out of...
A little surprised we didn't see a break there. Referee was on it, but he lets the action keep going. Going for a switch position. It's hard to do when the head's on that side. Now we can. Now going for the Kimura trap. Nice one. Ending up on top. He might get it. This is bad. Stepping over the head. That's it.
Yes, he did. Tyson Pedro by submission.
Wow! In a fight that looked like it was going to be a kickboxing match, he gets the Kimura finish. Beautiful roll through, stayed on top. You'll see in the replay that step over the head. That was beautiful. Love seeing that.
The best of two horrible positions.
Yeah, and he chose it right there. And now he's going to hang on as best he can. That's one place where his long arms do come into play.
He's got to watch his arm triangle, Joe.
Oh, huge.
Oh,
huge.
And
this is a strong guy like Vieira. This is his move. This is how he won his debut. That's it. He's tapping.
There's the tap.
Different level.
John, different level.
That's a different level squeeze.
And thankfully, after absorbing that serious damage, right, the eye completely closed, essentially. Nasty cut.
That's a terrible cut. Wow.
But Vieira once again able to make it a quick night at the office. Now it is time for Step Up with Boost Mobile.
Once he was on
just under the eye of Akhmedov. Last 30 seconds.
This is where he's dangerous. There's the guillotine attack. That's very tight. A tough welcome to the UFC for Omari Akhmedov right there. A hell of an opponent to step into for your debut, though.
Fighting in altitude here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, not a problem.
Not at all. Beautiful lead uppercut from Benson Henderson. He's got the back of Habulov, and he has it very deep.
Benson Henderson has done it. A masterful performance by the former UFC lightweight champion.
It was set up by this lead uppercut. Boom, right there. Another left hand followed.
Strong, dominant, top control. Jacob diving in for a leg, going for a leg, going for a leg. Oh! A bit of a confrontation going on over there. So apparently Jacob went for a heel hook and released it because he thought Shapotin tapped. Shapotin claimed that he did not